What's up, everybody? Welcome to this latest edition of Funko News. This edition of Funko News was recorded on June 20th, 2018. As usual, I'm starting off with the focus on what is available now. I did mention last time that the Elastigirl on Elasticycle had appeared at Funko HQ. This one is becoming more widely available now, so you can check stores for it. Also, I know some online retailers have it as well, and I definitely wanted to make sure I shared a better image with it, for you all. Also here in the upper right, you see I mentioned these previously, the Betty Boop pops, which there will be a common, and the common is the full color variant. But with Entertainment Earth, you can pre-order the black and white variant, and you will get a chance at the chase, which is basically the black and white variant with the red highlights going on. So again, this is available for pre-order right now on Entertainment Earth's website. Down here in the bottom left, you see that the Diamond exclusive Batgirl figure has become available with Hot Topic. At the time of this recording, it is available on their website. Also on their website, I did notice that they had these pocket pops here of Dumbo and Jon Snow. I don't believe that either one of those is exclusive though, but you can find them, like I said, on Hot Topic's website. Also, the Incredibles 2 mystery minis have become available, and that does include the Target exclusives. So if you're trying to collect all of them, don't forget that Target does have those exclusive ones included. Target also has the 10-inch T-Rex, which is starting to appear in stores. Now, I'm not saying that every Target has it, but you definitely should start hunting for that if you are interested. You might want to call ahead, and if you actually go to the store and you don't see it, remember to speak to an employee nicely and ask them, if it might be in the back or behind the electronics counter. Just be vigilant if you are going to try to get that figure. Also, the 2-pack featuring characters here from The Sandlot has become available. That's a Target exclusive as well. Again, you may not find it in every single store, but do be on the lookout for it if you are interested. So we've been wondering for a while where, or I should say when, the Marvel Collector Corps box was going to come back out, because I think we've actually known for a good while that it was going to be with Amazon, and now the first box has become available, and it does feature Deadpool. Now, if you're not familiar with Funko subscription boxes, you always get at least one exclusive pop. Actually, everything in the box is exclusive, so you get at least one exclusive pop, and then you get some other cool items as well. So in my opinion, I think the subscription boxes are worth it. So for this particular box, you can go ahead and order this now, and this is a box that will release every 2 months. So every other month you will get a Collector Corps box, and it will cost you basically $30 for each box. Now, keep this in mind that you are signing up for a subscription, so if you decide that you don't want the next box, make sure that you cancel that subscription, and then if you're interested in the next theme, then make sure that you sign yourself back up. So again, if you're interested in this, make sure that you go ahead and hop on this. I do want to point out as well, this is something they point out, but I know people could easily overlook this, is that they will ask you for your t-shirt size. That is for future boxes. There will not be a t-shirt within the Deadpool box. That is something that they did point out. So again, if you're interested in signing up for Marvel Collector Corps, they are with Amazon now. And to make it easy for you all, I am going to put a link down in the description, because I did notice sometimes when you search for the Marvel Collector Corps box, it doesn't exactly come right up on Amazon site. So again, I'm putting the link in the description for those of you that are interested that haven't signed up yet. On the Funko shop, I know people are always hoping for another pop, and I know a lot of people are hoping that Bao would be the next pop to show up, and I will address Bao here in a moment. But what we ended up with on the Funko shop, from the time of this recording, the day of this recording, was this Sirius Black Rock Candy figure, which is still available. So if you're interested in this, it's $15 plus shipping and handling. Again, it's on the Funko shop. You can go check that out. Me personally, I still haven't gotten used to male characters as rock candy figures, but that's up to people that are Harry Potter fans, what you think about these particular figures. So some random bits of information here. For one, I've already covered the 90th anniversary Mickey Mouse Pops and Minis, and I'm going to really stress now Minis, because these don't seem to be mystery minis. I noticed in this image here that Funko put out officially, you notice that there's a window in the front of the box. So it seems like you can actually go through and really find the ones you want. Now, I don't know if they're actually going to follow through with this or not. Of course, once these actually release, we'll all find out whether that's the case or not. It's just kind of nice and refreshing to see that they might even consider doing this, and then, you know, people get to avoid getting doubles, and also you can try to get the ones that you really want. So hopefully they will actually stick with that design. Also, I did want to give a reminder here, because I kind of like this image here in the bottom left. I thought it was pretty funny, but I do want to remind people that the Hot Topic exclusive Young Bucks 2-pack is going to release during Hot Cash time. And remember that Hot Cash time will run from July 11th to July 22nd. And people that have been shopping with Hot Topic, you know what Hot Cash is all about. If you're not familiar with it, you can check with Hot Topic. They'll explain, you know, everything for you, or you can go on the site. I think they have an explanation about it as well. I'm not going to hold up time with that. But yeah, during this time, that's also SDCC time. So I don't know right now whether or not Hot Cash is going to work with convention exclusives. You know, we'll see what they decide to do this time. And when I learn about that, I will try to let you all know. Also, the Gold Arbiter, which of course is a character, Arbiter is a character from the Halo franchise. He is available for pre-order with Best Buy, but he's supposed to release on the 24th. So, I mean, you can get a pre-order in, but remember, he's releasing in just a couple of days. But I just wanted to make sure I let everybody know about that, excuse me. Forbidden Planet International is a website that some people may want to check out, especially those of you outside of the US, because they do have some exclusives available on there, including the Harry Potter recent figures, and that it does include the 10-inch Dobby. That is actually exclusive to Forbidden Planet International outside of the US. Now, these figures aren't actually available necessarily yet, but you can get your pre-order in on them, the ones that you see pictured up here next to that Forbidden Planet International logo. So definitely check out their site, and those of us in the US, we can order with them as well. So I think just keep that site in mind and make sure that you check it out from time to time, because they will surprise you. Even with San Diego Comic-Con, I think this is a site that you might want to keep in mind, because they may pick up some of the exclusives. Also, I did want to point out that the Hermione and Ron Vynl 2-pack, which is exclusive to Barnes & Noble, is on Barnes & Noble website at the time of this recording. So if you're interested in that and you haven't seen it in store, do make sure that you check out the site. Okay, next up here, Toxic Rick and Toxic Morty, they're back once again, this time as Pocket Pops, and they are glow-in-the-dark Pocket Pops, and these will be exclusive with Box Lunch. Once these actually become available, I'll try to make sure I point that out to you all. Hopefully they will be on the website for people that are interested and that don't have a Box Lunch near you. Also, the Heavyweight box, which is a subscription box through That Wrestling Club, that's the actual name of the site, That Wrestling Club. The next pop that they're going to have in their box will be of Alexa Bliss, and it will be autographed. So if you want an autographed Alexa Bliss Funko Pop, then do make sure that you check out the Heavyweight box, and this is another link that I will put down in the description for you all. Now, let me be clear here, I don't have a release date for these items. I don't know when these are going to drop. Hopefully they will give some sort of heads up, or, you know, I'll be able to kind of let you all know when these become available. But I kind of have a feeling that these are going to sell pretty quickly here. You see these Pop and T packs here. One with Gold Prince Akeem, of course, Prince Akeem from Coming to America. And I really like the design of that t-shirt too. You know, it pretty much matches up with the Pop. It just looks cool in my opinion. And then also here you see Mermaid Deadpool. And remember that with the t-shirt, you're getting the metallic variant of Mermaid Deadpool. So these are coming soon to Target. Again, I don't know exactly when it's going to be. If there's any opportunity for me to give a heads up, trust me, I will. So some more Vynl 2-packs that are on the way, and I've said many times I'm a fan of these Vynl 2-packs, and I really love the look of this Tony the Tiger plus Diggin' Frog Vynl 2-pack. Now, I just brought, you know, the Diggin' Frog Pop. Doesn't matter to me. I would still totally pick this up. And I'm not like the biggest fan of Tony the Tiger. I didn't really grow up like with a big love for Frosted Flakes, but still, I do like the way that he looks as a Vynl figure here. So yeah, I'm really interested to see when and where this is going to become available. Right now, all I know is that it exists. I don't know if it's going to be exclusive or anything like that. You know, we'll just have to wait and see what happens with this. If it goes on the Funko shop, I definitely hope I get the opportunity to jump on it. But like I said, I do not know right now where this is going to be available. Also, you see here the Moana Vynl 2-pack featuring Moana and Maui, and I kind of like their designs as well. I don't really collect Disney, but I definitely do like the look of their designs. I think they're pretty true to the characters. So Hot Topic did their weekly Periscope, and I say weekly, but there are times when they do skip a week. But not as much information directly related to Funko was shared this time. But if you are a big fan of Supernatural, I think you'll be pretty interested in this. Now, first of all, I do want to point out that there is a 12-inch Zero plush. Of course, Zero, the character from A Nightmare Before Christmas, basically the dog from A Nightmare Before Christmas. His giant plush is going to release next month in July. And then also next month in July, there is going to be a pop ride of Sam with Dirty Baby. Now, of course, they've already done the baby pop ride before last year as an exclusive. It came along with Dean, but this time it is Sam, and the car is dirtied up some. But what's really interesting here is that there is a chrome chase variant. Again, a chrome chase variant of Sam with Baby. So yeah, Supernatural fans, like I said, I think that is something to get pretty hyped about. I think both of the rides look cool in their own way, whether it's dirtied up or it's chrome. Either way, I think it looks pretty cool. Like, I don't follow Supernatural. I've heard great things about the series, but you know, just from a design standpoint, I do like the look of that. Again, remember, these are July exclusives. So one movie that's up and coming, I have seen the one preview of it at least. Still not really sure what I think of this movie, how it's going to turn out. You know, we'll have to wait and see. But the movie is called Smallfoot, and you see that they have some pops on the way here. I do think it's kind of funny that one of the characters is named Stonekeeper, kind of similar to something else, you know. But yeah, we also see these other characters here. I'll run through the names even though we're not familiar with them yet because the movie hasn't released. But you see also there's the character Percy, Migo, Fleem, and Michi, I think is how you say these names. Okay, so these pops are up for a July release. And also along with Smallfoot, there are going to be these plushies as well that you see here. So again, but the plushies though are actually up for an August release though. Okay, so remember the pops in July, then the plushies in August. Now, it was rumored previously that the next 5-star figures, or at least some more 5-star figures, would include some DC characters, and you see them here, 5-star DC superheroes. Of course, they're using the term superheroes as kind of a generic term because you do see villains included here as well. But I really like the look of these. I might have to get all of them. I really do like the way that these turned out. I like the items that they come with here. You know, I think they look pretty cool. So you see here that, of course, that they have Batman. I really like that he comes with the Batarang and the bat symbol. Then also they have Batgirl. They got Poison Ivy. They got Harley Quinn. And, of course, they got Joker. And Joker looks like so crazy with that smile. That is a really crazy smile that they put on him, which is very fitting. So yeah, like I said, I really do like the look of these. These are up for an August release. I actually hope that they release around the time of my birthday, which is mid-month, and this might have to be, you know, a birthday gift to myself. So we knew that there were Clone Wars pops on the way. Again, that was rumored for a while, and then Funko basically heavily hinted at more pops, or really not even hinted at. I mean, they pretty much said it on their Twitter account that there were more Clone Wars pops on the way. So you see the ones that they have here. Of course, there's Anakin. They got Yoda, and I do think this Yoda kind of sets itself apart from some of the other Yoda figures that are out there. Looks like it has a lot of detail going on with it. They also have Ahsoka, and forgive me if I mispronounced her name, but you see that there is a Hot Topic variant of her, and then there's a common variant of her. So notice that you know, there are two different versions of her going on there. And then of course they also have Obi-Wan Kenobi. Now, I never followed the Clone Wars series, but I like a lot of the character designs, and I gotta say I really like the look of Obi-Wan Kenobi in that particular outfit. I think he looks really tough in that. And you know, somebody can kind of give me the backstory on that armor, what's going on with it, because if I'm not mistaken, I mean, some of it does look like you know, stormtrooper armor. So yeah, like I said, I would appreciate one, you know, at least one person giving me the background on that. And yeah, you know, eventually, maybe, who knows, I'll get around to binge watching that series if I find the time and the opportunity. So of course, you all know that I have to address SDCC. Funko has already really started to open the floodgates, or really they have opened the floodgates. There's a lot of information that's been coming out. First of all, I do want to point out that the actual convention, San Diego Comic-Con, runs from July 19th to the 22nd. So what that means for us as collectors that are hoping to get some of the exclusives, that they should go on sale on the 19th. Technically, I should say late night of the 18th. You know, after or around midnight, after midnight, you know, you should start really looking. But yeah, the 19th is when officially we should start to see the shared exclusives. If anything changes, trust me, I will let you all know. But for right now, that's what I'm thinking. Late night on the 18th, and technically the 19th is when we should be able to hunt down those figures. I do want to point out that the locations for shared exclusives probably it might not be revealed until the last minute. It could be as late as the 18th, but at least the week of the convention, Funko will let us know what stores are going to have what figures. So there are some placeholders out there on websites already that give us hints about where things will be, but I want to stress this though, that some things do change last minute sometimes. I remember this happening with a couple of figures where we thought they were going to be in one particular store, and then suddenly at the last minute they got moved somewhere else. This does happen, so just don't be surprised if that happens with something that you are interested in. For collectors outside of the US and Canada, I already mentioned previously, Forbidden Planet International is probably going to get some of the exclusives. So do make sure that you check out that website. But then also Pop Culture's website, and Pop Culture is based in Australia. They are going to have SDCC exclusives on sale on their website on July 20th. Okay, so that'll be a Friday. July 20th is when you need to check with Pop Culture. And I'm saying that mainly for people outside of the US and Canada, because actually people in the US and Canada cannot order convention exclusives from that website. And that's due to the store exclusivities that go on here in the US. So I also need to share this, especially for people that are new collectors. The items that you will see that have a limited number of pieces, those are convention only. Then now it's possible that a few of them may get shared with a retailer or maybe with the Funko shop, but more than likely if something is numbered, then that's going to be convention only, as in you have to actually be at San Diego Comic-Con. But again, like I said, a few of them may be shared with the retailer or shared with the Funko shop. We'll just have to wait and see. I also put here down in the bottom right the potential pricing. I'm really basing this off of previous years, but who knows, some of this pricing could change. I just wanted to make sure that I put this out there. And some of this information you're seeing here, you are going to see it repeatedly over the next couple of weeks, because I just want to keep people up to date, including new viewers. So if I start to sound like a broken record, just understand that I'm looking out for new viewers and new collectors as well. So getting into the figures, first of all, of course, it's become a yearly tradition that Conan O'Brien, if you're not familiar with him, he's a late night talk show host. Conan O'Brien gets some pops that are basically mashups of him with popular characters. And you do actually have to go to his show at San Diego Comic-Con to get a chance to get these figures. Thus far, based off of playing around with the images, some people have discovered that possible figures include Conan as Ant-Man, Conan as Poe Dameron, and Conan as Hellboy. Now it seems like Funko may have caught hip to people lightening up the images, because the latest one is so dark that even if you try to lighten it up, you really can't see anything there. So yeah, but we'll learn pretty soon. We'll learn by the end of the reveal of the waves what the figures are going to be based on Conan O'Brien. With Entertainment Earth, you actually can pre-order some exclusives right now, including, I already shared this previously, this Star Wars backpack with pencil pouch, which is made by the company Loungefly, which is partnered with Funko. Also, the 8-bit NES colored version of Batman. That's another one that's up for pre-order, and they will have it at the convention as well. And then also here, the glow-in-the-dark Black Bolt and teleporting Lockjaw, is another one that you can check for on their website. This one is also a PX Previews exclusive, which means that it may hit some comic book shops as well. So again, you can check Entertainment Earth's website for pre-order availability with these particular items. So the first official wave that Funko shared with us was the anime wave, and I thought it's kind of interesting that they started off with anime. And you see here that they have Black Lady from Sailor Moon, and then they have a couple of Dragon Ball focused figures here, and these are actually ones that were rumored previously. So you see that they have Dead Yamcha, and I think they did a good job at actually getting that pose down. They also have Super Saiyan Broly, And then you see here Super Saiyan Vegeta, which already officially we know is that figure is going to be shared with Toy Tokyo, which means yes, it is going to be kind of tough to get. The character here, Tarna, I think is how you say her name. Forgive me if I'm mispronouncing it, but this is a character from Heavy Metal. She is also going to be shared with Toy Tokyo. And this figure doesn't perfectly fit into the anime wave, I would say, but I think it's just a good spot for Funko to place it. I think they had to place it somewhere, and it fit here because Heavy Metal does at least have some anime influence to the art style, I would say. And then here you see Whis, I think is how you say his name. Forgive me again if I'm mispronouncing it, but yet another Dragon Ball related character here is possibly going to be with Funimation. And there's a very strong possibility because Funimation actually shared this image on their Instagram account. So again, Funimation's website may end up with this metallic Whis pop. So again, that is the anime wave. Next up, Star Wars wave. I hate to even call it a wave. I mean, it's just two figures, but and one of them actually, this Stormtrooper from the Solo movie, or based on the Solo movie, is a figure that was originally, I think, supposed to be a PX Previews exclusive. It was actually shown with the sticker on it. So I said this happens, that sometimes figures suddenly get changed and they end up becoming convention exclusives, and I think that is to maybe try to help boost the sales. So yeah, this particular Stormtrooper now is going to be a convention exclusive. Also, one that was heavily rumored, we see it now, Cad Bane, and I believe he is a character from the Clone Wars. But yeah, Cad Bane is possibly going to be a Hot Topic shared exclusive, and that's a very strong possibility. But remember, things can change. We'll have to wait and see for sure on that. But yeah, as far as Star Wars is concerned, just these two characters, which I kind of understand because they just put out, Funko just put out a lot of Solo figures. They got another wave of Last Jedi figures on the way, so there's plenty happening with Star Wars regardless. So yeah, I kind of understand them not doing quite so much here with SDCC. The next wave, it was the DC Comics wave. Now, they didn't do as much as they did last year for DC, definitely not. And who knows, maybe that means we might see more from Marvel this year. We'll see what happens with that. But the figures that we see here include Killer Moth with Silky, which was rumored. Red Hood, which some people did speculate on this, but that really wasn't a sure thing. But I'm so glad to see that, yes, we finally have a Red Hood pop, which might be with GameStop. That's a big might, it might change. But this could potentially be with GameStop, and I hope that's true because GameStop tends to do good numbers with their exclusives. They tend to be kind of easy to get, so I really am hoping that that pans out to be true. And then these figures here are kind of curious to me. You see that they have this variant of the Flash from the Justice League. I'm looking in the upper right here, the one where his legs are somewhat transparent and sort of have a glitter effect. It kind of gives the impression of the Speed Force. I'm just disappointed that they went with this same mold from the Justice League. Also, I was kind of hoping that this would be an updated version of the CW's Flash, because they haven't done a figure of him in a while. But that's just me personally. I was really hoping to see a CW Flash, and maybe they will still do an updated version of him, but this figure to me here just doesn't really interest me much. And then you see here that they have these Chrome Flash, these basically a 3-pack of Chrome Flashes here. They got the gold one, red one, and silver one. And again, not too crazy about that. I don't really like when Funko takes color variants of one figure and puts them all in one box like that. I'm not a big fan of that. That's just me personally. So, as far as this DC wave is concerned, I know that some Teen Titans Go fans are definitely happy about Killer Moth. I'm definitely happy about Red Hood. I think a lot of people are happy about Red Hood. I'm just a little disappointed in these Flash figures. I think they could have done something more interesting there. So James Wan is a director that, even if you think you don't know James Wan, trust me, you know James Wan, because he has so many hit movies out there. And you see these images that represent some of the movies that he's been involved in, including the Saw franchise, also almost said Insidious, not Insidious, The Conjuring, Fast and Furious. He's been involved with those movies as well. He's directed 1 or 2, and he's also directing the upcoming Aquaman movie. So yeah, James Wan is a pretty big deal. And there's going to be a pop of him limited to only 1,000 pieces, which, yes, that does mean this probably will be convention only. And if it is made available on the Funko shop, it's probably going to sell out in like 2 minutes at most. at most. You know, it's gonna go very quickly. So yeah, people that want the James Wan pop, I'm not saying don't have any hope within that, but yeah, it is going to be a challenge to get that pop figure. Next up was the comics wave, and again, just not that many figures, but you know, that shows that Funko is going for variety, which I understand that. So they have here Gus in pajamas, and he is a flocked figure. So yeah, I'm happy to see Gus because I am a fan of Saga. I still hope they do another version of Gus in his basically his rain gear or his jumper, whatever you want to call it. Not a jumper, but you know what I'm talking about. If you follow the comics, you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, I hope they do another version of Gus as well. But yeah, I really do like the look of this, so I think that's one that'll be on my list, you know, next to Red Hood. Also, they have here a Rock Candy figure of Alana from Saga. That's another one that I could see possibly picking up. It might depend on how I like it up, if I like it up close or not. And then also they have here yet another variant of Hellboy, and this is Hellboy rocking a suit. I'm sure that this is some kind of reference to something in the comics. I don't get the reference because I don't read Hellboy like that. I do think it is a very cool, intricate looking pop figure though, and that's a maybe for me. I already have all the other Hellboy figures, so I don't know if I really need another one, but that one, the design does look pretty cool. So again, that is the comics wave. Next up here, we have the games wave, and again, just 2 figures, you know, so these waves are kind of small overall, but there was a figure that was hinted at. Basically Funko used, or I should say GameStop used some code names within their system, and one of them said George Foreman. So that actually was a reference to grilling, as in Soldier 76 and his basically, I guess you could say barbecue, you know, summer attire. So there's not actually going to be a George Foreman pop the box, or at least I don't think there will be. I think that was a reference to this particular figure here, and I think that was a pretty clever play, you know, with the name of George Foreman. So I do like the design of that figure there. I hope that Overwatch fans are happy with that design as well. And then I think this is pretty cool also that they have the Sweeper bot from Destiny. If you've played Destiny 1 and Destiny 2, then you know about the Sweeper bot. I think that's pretty funny that they made him as a pop figure, and I could see that one being popular. More than likely, both of these will be with GameStop. It just makes sense, you know, but we'll find out for sure soon enough. We have one more wave that has been shared thus far, and you see here that it's the movie wave. So you see that they have a Scott Pilgrim 2-pack here featuring Matthew Patel and the Demon Chick. And I do like the look of those characters. I wasn't crazy about that particular Evil X within the movie, but it was a good fight overall. And yeah, so that's pretty cool. And this one is not numbered, I believe, so maybe this will be one that Scott Pilgrim fans might have an easier chance of getting hold of. We'll just have to wait and see. Also, you see here from Scott Pilgrim, we have a vinyl 2-pack featuring Scott and Ramona, which is pretty cool. And then from the Royal Tenenbaums, there is the 2-pack featuring, or I should say vinyl 2-pack featuring the characters Margot and Richie. And this was one that actually appeared within the Funko documentary, so people pretty much knew this one was on the way. I think it may have also been spotted last year at the Funcast, not Funcast, but the Fun Days event. Now, I should say one item here that really surprised me, and I think it is pretty cool, is the Nux car with Mad Max on the front. That is a pretty cool item, but you do see that it is limited to 5,000 pieces, so I don't know if it's going to be shared or not, but that thing looks pretty epic. It's probably going to have you know, kind of a hefty price to it, but that is a really epic looking pop ride, and that might be one, if I can get my hands on it, I might have to spring for it just because of how cool it is. Oh, also I didn't point out, but the Royal Tenenbaums vinyl 2-pack is also limited in number to 2,900 pieces. So moving into the rumor mill, this is going to be pretty quick, not a lot of rumors to share. And remember, I know that there were a lot of SDCC rumors that have been floating around. Some of them are still floating around, and I may share a couple here and there. In fact, I'm about to share a couple, but for the most part, the reviews are already started, you know, so we don't have to speculate too much. So no surprise here, because I said very recently that there was a Hans Gruber exclusive pop that may go to GameStop. So there is supposed to be a die-hard wave of figures on the way, which would include John McClane, Al, Tony, Hans Gruber, and then so basically there'll be a Hans Gruber common, and then also an exclusive Hans Gruber. So yeah, that'll be pretty interesting to see how these figures turn out, if it all, pans out. Also, Dustin from Stranger Things, there may be a SDCC exclusive of him dressed up for the dance that was near the end, or really right at the end of season 2. So when they said Snowball, we saw that as a rumor, and basically it was like a code word, you might as well say. I think that was a reference to Dustin being dressed for that ball, that dance. So again, this is potentially a GameStop exclusive, that's basically a SDCC item. Also, FYE may possibly get Skeeter Valentine from Doug. This is a figure that Funko showed, I think, right after the toy fair. They basically showed the Doug Pops, the common weight, and then they showed Skeeter. And I know some people have been wondering what happened with him. So he is potentially a convention exclusive that will be shared with FYE. Also, FYE may get a Ren and Stimpy 2-pack. I'm not sure what design they'll be going with for the characters. We'll just have to wait and see if that pans out at all. So yeah, that was a lot of information. I hope everybody appreciated all the work that I put into this video. I try to put a lot of work into all of these videos, and trust me, with San Diego Comic-Con, I am going to do my best to stay up on the information. For right now, though, my schedule is going to stay the same. I still will do a midweek video, and then I'll do one video on the weekend. As we get closer to the convention, maybe that'll change, but for the most part, I'm going to stick to a midweek Funko News video and then a weekend video, and that will allow me to still put out the other content that I want to put out, including the next edition of Our Funko Pop Stories, which is going to focus on experiences that people have had trying to get convention exclusives, and some new collectors especially might actually learn something from those stories. And I am going to try to get that video up very soon, so be on the lookout for that. And like I said, as we move closer to the convention, maybe I will do some additional videos, but in the meantime, there are a lot of other great YouTubers that are doing videos as this information comes out. So don't feel like you're limited just to getting your news on my channel. Trust me, there are some great YouTubers that are really up on, like I said, sharing videos as the information comes out, including Nerd Therapy. They definitely stand out to me. They do a great job of staying up on information this time of year, so definitely make sure that you check them out. But yeah, that's going to do it for this Funko News video. Hope everybody got something out of it. You all take care, and I'll talk to you all again real soon.